A mysterious cult is hiding in the middle of nowhere. So we are putting everything on everything to investigate them and hopefully track them down.
But first, what is this cult? What is the Kingdom of Pineal?
Like the gland?
Like the gland.
Like the gland.
The Kingdom of Pineal was started in around 2020, good year, by Martin Kenny. So Martin Kenny is a chef born in Zimbabwe who lived in England, but then had a spiritual experience which caused him to move to Portugal with his wife and kids.
Happens to the best of us.
And this cult seems to have had 100 members at some point. Those numbers have seemingly dwindled, and we'll get into why later on. Here is a picture of their alleged plot of land in the middle of nowhere in Portugal.
I like this.
This land is owned and given to our boy Martin Kenny by a Ugandan Danish football player.
I was about to say that. Who else?
Now, at face value, this cult seems like sort of fine, like just a bunch of vegan hippies existing, and they consider themselves to be sovereign. They do not consider themselves to be part of Portugal. Right, it's the Kingdom of Pineal.
Yep.
And that is totally fine if it were just a bunch of, like I said, vegan adult hippies hanging out. Here's the problem. It's not just adults. And they do not believe in traditional healthcare.
Oh no.
They are not allowed to use medicine.
Oh no.
And they're not part of Portugal, so kids can't go to Portuguese schools.
Oh no.
I hope you're ready for a bit of a dark turn here.
I am. Investigations have opened into the death of a 13-month-old baby. In the self-styled Kingdom of Pineal, the infant was reportedly never seen by any healthcare center, and there are no reports of his having been attended by a doctor. Following the death, reports claim he was cremated in a ceremony performed by the sect members, and his ashes were cast into a river.
This event, as well as family members of this cult trying to pull their family out of it, seemingly led to a lot of people leaving the cult. Because even they realized this is bad. Now, with members leaving the cult, you get accounts from ex-members. I want to dive into a few.
Oh gosh, Martin Jr. Kenny's ambition is to have power, money, and attract people to invest there.
Yeah, here is an ex-member saying the leader of this cult is not the sort of cool vegan spiritual hippie he pretends to be, but really someone who's out for power, money, etc.
Oh, that never happens.
Crazy. Who would have thought?
A man should have several wives. That is also always a thing. But a woman should only have one man. Yep. He told the same newspaper regarding the way of life in this community. They convince people to quit their online jobs, invest all their money in the space to build paradise on Earth.
Yeah, another account from another ex-member.
I feel like almost every cult is just the main guy trying to get loads of money and loads of women. It's almost never anything but that.
Now, when digging into these stories, I actually found some pretty shocking things on Reddit. This post on Reddit was made a full 7 months before any investigative reports came out that the police was looking into them.
Okay.
And it mentions the cult doing a lot of scamming, and it mentions a baby being burned in a fire, well before this was public knowledge in any way, shape, or form.
Oh my.
This post, again made well before any reports of police investigations, explicitly mentions the name of the child that passed away, and accuses the cult of all the same things we've already heard before. So it really seems like a lot of ex-members or family members of ex-members or current members have been posting about this on the internet for a very long time without anyone seemingly taking note.
This is genuinely upsetting.
Yeah, this post specifically mentions that the child did not go to a healthcare professional and probably could have been saved very easily just by having access to medicine.
God, man.
So I'm mostly showing this to give credit to the accusations being made against this cult, but also the fact that it goes extremely under the radar. Like, people don't really seem to know about this cult.
No.
Now, this whole "we don't believe in medicine" type thing is explicitly stated on their website.
They have a site?
They do, and surface level, it just seems like vegan hippies. But when you dig deeper, you will find stuff like this.
We practice natural, holistic, homeopathic healing methods such as organic plant-based medicines, meditation practices, sound healing, and various other martial arts and exercises.
If you get any illness in this cult, you're done for.
Thing is, organic plant-based medicine can work, but it's not gonna beat the ones carefully crafted by humanity's brightest minds over thousands of years. I'm sorry.
While we're at it, let's make it a little bit lighter. They also do thought policing, in case you were wondering.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make it actually lighter. I'm genuinely, really heartbroken about that baby. Oh, no question or thought is ever considered too far outside scope. However, all thought processes must always be treated with proportionate measure of respect in balance with the kingdom opinion, tenets, and laws. So they're saying you can always think things, but if it's not like in terms with our rules, just like kind of don't do that.
Yep, pretty much.
Crazy.
It's cool, right? Also, they have their own cryptocurrency.
The concept of crypto used to be so sick.
Yeah, don't worry, Quinten. The baby cult has their own cryptocurrency. Oh, I see you're wondering about their flag.
I was worrying about their flag.
You want to see the full thing? I'm going to give you one guess as to what is part of their full flag.
One guess. A brain, pineal gland.
Oh, I like that. No, have you considered a reverted swastika?
Whoa, I didn't even see that. I was just looking at the owls. Wait, so they have a swastika? I mean, wasn't a sort of swastika like a Hindu or Buddhist back in the day luck thing?
Totally. But in the context
of currently? No.
Now the real question, how does one join a cult? Don't worry, there's a join us button on the website.
I'll be honest, did not expect that.
If you click that, you are then taken to a contact form.
And I see Jules Spurts signed up.
Absolutely. Our absolute boy, Jules, reached out and asked like, hey, can we just come by to look at what you're doing?
If you're new here, Jules Spurts is an anagram of just for lust.
But yeah, did not get a response.
Oh.
Weirdly enough. And they have a social media presence, and it's all like videos of the leader just kind of yapping away about everything and nothing. So where is this cult?
Gosh.
This is from their website.
Oh,
They have a location pin where they are.
This is one of those like shrinks show you like ink blotches, and it's like, what do you see in this? What are they called? A Rorschach test?
But this is just a little pin in the middle of a field. I don't think this is their actual location. I'm just gonna put it out there. They're not actually there. If you click this pin, you are taken to Google Maps to an entirely different location than the one shown here. You are taken
to a pastry store.
Pastry shop. Are members of this cult running this pastry shop to make money, or is this some kind of glitch?
Gang, they're open from 7 a.m. to 2 a.m. every day.
And they're in the middle of nowhere, right? I cannot stress enough how middle of nowhere this part is. But I still didn't believe that this is where the actual cult resides.
Yeah.
They do have a listing on Google Maps, which is again an entirely different spot, right? Kingdom of Pineal is just there. Again, because their website is so shady and this location is too, I didn't fully trust this.
Yeah, there's no images too.
So then I started digging into news reports. I found one by a local reporter who tried to actually go there. And he mentioned some street names and that I was at the end of a street. And based on those reports, like you can see here, I was able to pinpoint these coordinates. And lining that up with the Google Maps, I think this seems to be their little area. There are.
Bro is actually Sherlock Holmes.
We got to go to the pastry shop.
Absolutely.
I want to know, is it the cult or is it just a coincidence?
And are we actually eating something, or will they spike it?
Oh, well, let's find out. They do seem to do a lot of shrooms in that cult. And then we have
coordinates.
This area. Can we join the cult?
Let's go to Portugal. We made it to Portugal. We're in the rental car. We're about to drive over to the cult bakery. I want to know, what are these people like? Are the pastries good?
The only thing I care about is whether this pastry shop is actually connected to the Kingdom of Pineal.
I guess that might also be slightly important. I just want to know if they got good brownies. So obviously we're gonna go undercover in our personas. Who will you be this time?
I'll just stick to Jurspelts.
Allow me to introduce you who I will be today. Michael Linkler, age 25 from Rolla, Missouri. During his day job, He's a bit of a journalist from an unknown newspaper in the area, but his real passion that he talks about all the time is spearfishing.
Michael.
Yeah.
All right, mate. Let's go, baby.
All right.
Quinten Hyde, we are here at the one and only pastry maybe cult place. Oh, it looks like a nice place.
It does. Hi, do you speak English by chance?
Yeah.
Great, can we get one of the... I actually don't know what they're called. Can we get one of these? So we traveled all the way across Portugal because we heard that this place is connected to a local cult called the Kingdom of Pineal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go right there.
Yes.
Yeah, and Valtorto behind.
Okay, that's where they are.
Yeah.
Are you part of the cult?
No.
No, okay.
Because on their website, if you ask where are we, Google Maps says this store. Yes.
No.
They have heard of it, they're not connected to it.
Yeah.
They do know exactly where it is. So I guess it is like a known thing around here.
You want to try the food real fast?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I like it.
Pure sugar, but very good.
Let's be Jur Speltz and Michael Linkler, the spearfishing enthusiast, at the cult. We are currently off-roading towards where the Kingdom of Pineal is located.
Yeah, it's looking rough. I think we're gonna have to just park the car at some point
Uh-huh.
to avoid getting the rental stuck and then walk the last bit.
You think no one's gonna get us towed here?
I'm gonna guess no. Okay, it's a 15-minute walk. Can you walk cooler? I do love doing videos like these because I genuinely do not know what to expect.
No, Sam.
Like, we might get invited in, but we could also be turned away. Maybe we get shot at.
Yeah, that would be my least favorite one. Hey fella, I see like houses and stuff.
I think there's a very real chance that we are looking at the Kingdom of Pineal right now. Yeah, we're inching closer to that.
I'm centimetering closer.
Bro's European. Somehow, I feel like they're watching us.
I have that too. It is weirdly, like eerily quiet here too. Like realistically, when you watch this, there's some music and stuff, but like...
I mean, we can insert just a little bit of the pure
still,
sounds.
Oh, okay. That's a camper van?
I'm guessing the front gate is here somewhere. Oh yeah, so this is the official border. That's where the Kingdom of Pineal starts. And this is where Portugal is, I guess.
There's so aggressively no one.
I mean, there are no official members of the cult, nor have there ever been. But because of everything that transpired, it is sort of like rumored that there's basically not a lot of people left.
Oh my god. Oh yeah. Jesper. They have a bell.
Should we ring the bell?
Think so.
You want to do it?
Yeah. About to ring the cult bell.
No one's going to hear
No one is gonna hear that.
You can't do it louder?
It's not a great bell.
We can take the road that leads really into that thing, or we can cut through the forest over there.
Forest.
Forest?
Yeah.
You ready to step into the Kingdom of Pineal? Here we go. We're in, baby.
What are trespassing laws in Portugal?
We're not in Portugal, it's fine.
Oh right.
Let me try and see if I can see anything. Nothing, we need to go deeper. Look at all the ribbons that are
Yeah,
sort
and
of
the
hanging
packaging.
everywhere. So many ribbons. There's like another little structure there, but just no one. Oh, in straight view of that building right now.
I was also looking at that.
That is giving leaders building.
I was thinking that too.
There's another van through the trees.
What is with the giant bees? Whoa! Whoa!
Try not to scream while we're infiltrating the cult.
Dude, did you hear that bee?
We are deep in the territory right now. Oh, fire?
Yeah, like that's what I mean. Almost everything looks like some sort of ritual site.
Okay, let me see if I can focus on it. Yeah, there's another big building. Hold on, let me grab my phone for better zoom. Oh, there is like a very dilapidated looking car in there. And a satellite for TV. I want to know what's inside of that truck. I can just very quickly try and sneak. Can you take my bag?
Oh gosh, Jesper. The dog is in that compound. The dog is over there.
The van is empty except for a couch. We did trigger a dog.
Yeah, the dog's over there. I found him.
I think we want to retreat now.
I'm having the time of my life. I feel like I'm 12 again. Okay, just...
You good? Okay, so we're just circling around the perimeter a little bit. I'm hearing like scraping, like there's a machine in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Hear it?
But I also thought I heard a man voice.
It appears to be coming from pretty deep
Yeah.
in the territory, but at the very least, there are people in there.
If we walk slightly more that way, we could launch the drone. Introducing 09 Dinosaurus by Colt Apparel. It's what you say when you see a dinosaur and you're not too happy about it.
Colt Apparel, not related to this cult.
Oh, true. Yeah, I like that. We're about to fly a drone over the Colt compound.
What could go wrong? Can we see any people? I think that's the main thing. Oh. Yeah.
I think that's the owner and his wife.
Wait, can you give me a bigger view of the compound? So how many buildings do we count?
About 7. But the thing they're currently in seems to be storage.
Yeah.
I think connected to their house. I think they're the only ones. I think people genuinely left.
But like, at some point there were allegedly like 100 people here. How did they fit? We should try and speak to them.
Yeah.
Maybe bring down a drone and then we just ring that bell.
You think you can ring that bell louder than I did?
Yeah. Hello? Is anyone there?
If only we had someone with a like notoriously loud voice. Oh. Hello, excuse me.
Yeah, we got someone coming.
Oh my
I
God.
think it's the owner.
Nice to meet you. My name is Michael. This is my associate Jur. We traveled pretty far because we were really curious about what your kingdom's like and what it's about.
Okay, our community.
Yeah. Oh, I apologize. I
Wait,
figured
it
it.
says kingdom.
I'm a spearfisher by hobby, but yeah, by trade, journalist.
You want to do it? You want to do like an interview type thing?
Oh man, if you'd be down, that'd be so cool. But
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, why not?
oh, sick. No, but nice to meet you. How long have you been here?
Since 2019.
Oh, that's quite a while. Oh, right before COVID happened. How many people do you have in your community at this point?
Well, at the moment we've got just under 10.
So people sometimes they stay for like a little bit, and otherwise they stay for. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah, but anyway, welcome to Pioneer.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. There's a step.
Oh, yes, I am seeing
Oh,
that.
this is so pleasant.
I'll just get myself sorted.
Yeah, of course, of course. Oh, beautiful. Yes.
Well, take a seat, get comfortable.
Can I sit next to you, or?
Yes, you can.
All right. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, again, nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
How did everything start? That's I think what I'm mostly curious about.
It started probably, well, my journey started in 2016. I was living in the UK at the time, an average normal. I just started questioning my life. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I went through a process of process. I came across this flat Earth theory.
Right.
The Earth could be flat.
Yes.
And of course, like most people, I laughed. So I'm watching this video, and this guy's presenting his science and his proofs, and as I'm watching, I'm just thinking to myself, this is somehow making sense. And then I realized in that moment, I actually don't know anything about what I believe in.
Oh, they're for sure fun to watch regardless of what you believe. I
Right.
get it, yeah.
So, cut a long story short, I left that process convinced that clearly the world isn't what we've been told it is. And yeah, when I had this spiritual awakening, I just couldn't eat meat anymore, or dairy. I left my job. Eventually, I decided I was going to leave my job, and I was going to leave it up to the universe.
Then I'm very curious how you were guided
Yeah.
here.
And then eventually it segued into, we're going to move into a van. I'm going to buy a motorhome, and we're going to do the van life thing. And
Was that the one that we walked past when we walked to the gate?
Probably.
To the gate.
this one down here?
The one with the chimney.
Yes. I started a YouTube channel. I started sharing my experience. I started doing my own research and sharing my own research on esoteric information. Why are we being lied to? Who is lying? Why are they lying? We pulled children out of school, my future's out of school, and we moved into this motorhome. I wasn't making that much money online.
Yeah.
I had a Patreon, but it wasn't really generating as much. I had a deep calling that I should leave the UK. The UK, something's coming.
Right.
So I had call them visions, or whatever you want to call them, that something big was coming in 2020. Something massive.
Right.
Granted, my visions were more dramatic than it actually was.
Okay, fair enough.
I was sharing this online, and there were other people online saying they've had similar visions or similar understandings of something happening in 2020. And let's all get ready. So I bought a ferry ticket from the UK to Spain, and 2 days before, I get a message from someone saying, I'd like to donate some money. I've come into a bit of money and I want to help. So I said, yeah, sure, send him my bank account details. And he donated 40,000 euros.
Whoa!
Yeah. So this is definitely divinely guided. This is not a coincidence, obviously. Well, I don't know where I'm going or what I'm going to buy or what I can buy.
Yeah.
So I went on a website that someone recommended to me. I put in all the, how much I was willing to spend, and it was between Spain, Portugal and Greece. And I said, wherever I'm going to scroll, and wherever my finger lands, that's the piece of land I'm going to buy without question. This online community we had started, we had called it Pineal already. So when I scrolled and my finger landed on a piece of land here in Portugal, about 20 minutes away from here.
Oh, okay.
The name of the land was called Pine Hill.
Oh, that is crazy.
I paid the deposit. I'd never been to Portugal before.
Yeah.
And then we drove down to Portugal and got on the land, fell in love with the land, and we just began to make a call out to people to come and join who are interested. And obviously by then we're now heading closer towards 2020, and then the following really grew from there, because everyone was like, wow, you're right, there's this thing
it happened for sure. There was something happening. Yeah.
COVID then kicks in, we're on this land, we're doing this, and I'm teaching, and it's doing well. And I was convinced something was going to happen on the 21st of December. March time, the guy who donated the 40,000, he got in touch again. He is a professional football player playing in Spain at the time. So I'm a professional football player. You've helped me through a few things.
Okay.
I went through depression. And listening to you got me through my problems that I was having. Yeah. He then called me one day and says, I want to donate more money.
Oh, wow.
He says, how much money would you need to really make your dream come true of this school? So I said, for an open check, I would say 500,000.
Yeah.
And he says, great, I'll send that.
Wow.
And initially, it was all about really waiting it out until the 21st of December 2020, because that's when all hell was going to break loose. Right. Something was going to change. But 21st of December comes and goes, nothing happens, and then we're like, oh, okay.
Was it a relief though, or no?
No, because I was quite excited about what was coming, because I didn't see it as a bad thing.
Okay. What was it going to be?
It was going to be something called the cosmic alignment, which I do believe is still going to happen.
Right.
I just don't know when.
What does it mean?
Cosmic alignment, where it's an astrological event where something happens astrologically in the skies, planets align.
Yeah.
We live in a world, at least from my perspective, of slavery. It's a slave system, really. The country you're born in is a registered company, is a business. It's a whole...
Right.
Yeah. So as I went down this route, I thought to myself, oh, wow, this is crazy. Like, the world is run by, I don't know, psychopath. I don't know what's happening here. So we thought the best thing to do is actually to start living the way we think people should live, which is according to natural law. Okay. Which is what a lot of the ancient philosophers and mystics talked about. Yeah. And that's when the kingdom of Pineal was born.
Interesting.
Just like in the Matrix, Neo waking up.
I haven't seen it. Wow. I know. I hear this all the time. I'm the only person who's never seen the Matrix. I know. Okay, so I know there's 2 pills, and I know that's where it stops.
I think it's now obvious that the world is shifting very quickly.
It has that vibe.
Yeah, there's things happening very quickly. Talking about whether it's the New World Order or the Great Reset, everyone keeps talking about, or so something's definitely happening. Right. It's not a secret anymore.
See, none of this was easily findable online. I will say, when you go to your site and you click location, you go to a bakery. Wow. Are you aware of that? Because we were in a bakery asking about you guys, and they were like, no idea. Wow. We're a bakery. Good cookies, I will say. But what? 10-ish kilometers is it that way?
Okay. Yeah, it's like in the area, just a pastelaria.
It's just a random pastry shop. So, but
that's because obviously the system doesn't want people to know what we're talking about. 2023, we got raided by the state. State media came first.
Raided?
Yeah, raided.
Oh.
Yeah, and then the JP Judicial Police, the equivalent of the FBI in Portugal, raided our community.
Why?
Allegations of drug trafficking, trafficking women and children.
Oh boy, those are some pretty serious allegations.
All kinds.
I mean, we did find some of that.
Yeah.
Would you be cool if I address it?
Yeah.
That you guys don't really believe in medicine. And because of that, an infant passed away.
Again, misconception. So it's not that we don't believe in medicine.
Gotcha.
It's we're very conscientious about what medications we use. Best to use homeopathic or natural medication before we use pharmaceutical drugs.
Okay.
Which we believe in the long run are actually more harmful than the diseases that people have initially. So we do believe in medicine. I mean, if you needed to go to the hospital, you broke your arm, then there are certain things that doctors and hospitals and technology is good for. So we're not against technology. I had a son who was born in 2020. He had a genetic disorder he was born with.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. And we developed, in his infancy.
Yes.
And we sought help for him in all the different ways. We even went to a normal doctor, an actual mainstream doctor.
Yeah.
We got advice, and it just became clear that he had this genetic disorder, and we decided to follow the route of natural law rather than get him into certain things that they were recommending, which we thought were just like insane.
Could you go into specifics about what they recommended? I think that can be
I mean, the vaccine, for one, the COVID vaccine is one big one, which as far as we are concerned is more than just a basic vaccine. It's got so much more involved in it, which again, you can go online and there are loads of conspiracy theories, so I won't add my opinion to it.
I gotcha.
But that was an absolute no-no for me, for sure.
Okay.
I made a decision for my son that I want made for me. As I'd done up until that point, I trusted in the divine plan and said, God, universe, whatever it is, I just trust that you're gonna whatever happens is what's meant to happen. We've done everything we can. Obviously. We've not just left it to the divine.
No, I understand.
So he ended up passing away naturally, and we had a beautiful ceremony for him. The issues were, for obvious reasons, the state found out about this.
Yes.
He wasn't registered.
Okay.
His birth wasn't officially registered in that way.
No birth certificate.
No birth certificate.
Yeah.
However, we had registered him, and we had created a birth certificate for him, which is perfectly lawful.
Okay, I would not be able to tell you. Right. But okay. Yeah, one other one I read was not everyone really loves certain teachings. I think there was one about having 12 wives or something.
Oh, polygamy.
I just read you can have 12 wives or something.
Yeah, that's crazy. So that came from our belief, actually, is that we live in a patriarchal society that's run by men. And we believe that actually the natural way is for society to actually be run by women. We believe society, our community, should be run by women.
Yes.
Or feminine aspects.
Gotcha.
Not feminism. We want to be in a society where we don't have promiscuous sex, so to speak.
Yes.
So for instance, right now, it's perfectly legal for me to go out and sleep with as many women as I want to, have as many children as I want to.
Yes.
And not take any responsibility for them.
Yeah.
Go to nightclubs and people sleep around every night with different women in nightclubs. So that's perfectly normal.
Right.
So in our community said, if we're going to build a new society and a new world, so the fundamental idea behind it is that, for lack of a better term, if you're going to sleep with a woman and have a child with that woman, be prepared to look after that woman and that child. And if you have multiple women you're sleeping with, be prepared to feed and build homes for them.
Just very concretely, are women allowed to have multiple husbands?
Yes. So in our community, we're an open society. We've had people who are homosexual here, living here.
And
so
it's okay
there's no this is not allowed and that's not allowed.
Okay.
So like you are okay with transgender people, non-binary people?
Yes. I'm gonna say yes. But I'm going to put a caveat on that, is that because we're a community that's based on natural law, we believe that in nature, sometimes, because our bodies are just vessels, it makes absolute sense that sometimes a consciousness that has memories of a different gender is now in a body of a different gender. What we try not to accept is when people have a confused identity, don't know why, and then that comes with trauma, which creates a whole lot of trouble.
Is there a swastika in your symbol?
Yes.
Question mark?
Yes. So a swastika actually wasn't invented by the Nazis.
Right.
Right? Swastika is an ancient symbol that
Yeah.
goes back thousands of years, and it's a symbol of peace.
Aren't you scared of no one knowing that?
Well, if I live my life afraid of what people think,
Right.
then I wouldn't do anything.
Well, thank you so much. Do you shake hands? Okay, first.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Stepping out of the territory.
Have a great day.
You as well.
Travel well.
Yeah, you as well. Oh, well, you're home already. But all right, bye. We're in the car. We just had the interview.
Yeah.
We tried to not talk about it on our way here, so you can have our thoughts here. Jasper said, I did not walk away with from that more positive, and I did, but I'm also very easily influenceable.
Yes,
So,
you
I mean-
are. I just want to recap bird's eye view.
Okay.
Guy thinks something is going to happen in 2020.
It did.
Something happened in 2020.
Uh-huh.
Earth flat. Therefore.
Yeah, oh, I forgot that's how it started, because it was like an hour-long conversation.
No, but okay, he is a very good talker because he establishes the things that he believes as fact.
I absolutely get why he is the leader of this.
He's a very manipulative
charismatic.
talker. Okay, you said charismatic, I said manipulative.
Yeah.
I think that sums us up quite well. So yeah, he just establishes, oh yeah, Earth flat, right? All right, moving on. It is fine to think these things in isolation. You do not get to force this shit onto your kids.
I will say that is
my main thing. And it was kind of, I'm glad I asked that question, like, what are the outrageous things you were offered? COVID vaccine.
Yeah, okay, I will say I'm staunchly pro vaccines, so I mean,
Yeah.
I also, yeah, he and I will not see eye to eye on the medicine stuff, for sure.
I'm sure the baby thing is more nuanced than
Yeah.
they didn't go to the doctor. However,
Yeah.
do I think that they avoided a lot of things that could have saved his life? Absolutely.
Yeah. No,
when, when a COVID vaccine is like 100 steps too far, then you are really not doing a lot. The other thing I want to touch on, you are not interesting for putting a swastika in your flag, brother. If you put a swastika on your flag in 2026, that's what we're in right now, you're gonna come across as a Nazi to people. It's that simple, and they're not like, oh, the intelligent people are gonna ask about. No. Off. I'm sorry.
That one didn't matter to me that much, I'll be honest.
It was just a very clear illustration of, oh, you're just annoying to me.
Yeah, but you don't like people like that in general. Like, that's just
who use swastikas? Yeah.
No. Not what I meant. But
I don't like people who try to come off as more interesting than they are.
If we do want to touch on everything neutrally, and we want to also touch on the better things, just the whole, they don't really turn down anyone, and if you leave, you just kind of leave. Like, it's not like you're there or you die.
The take that I'm going to end on is, like everything in the world, it is more nuanced and complex than it seems.
It is up, yeah.
But these people have done something bad and will likely do something bad again to kids.
If you want to do this as an adult, hell yeah. Just don't include the kids.
Yeah.
That's how I would put it. The one moment when I was like, was, hey, your site leads to a bakery. The system. Oh!
No, that's...
You just set up the site wrong!
I just think you made a mistake entering your location, you...
Berry.
Yeah, I'll take a berry.
And if you like this video very much, we would love for you to click the video on your screen right now, which is one that YouTube thinks you're really gonna like. So let's find out whether or not that's right. And then we fly back home.
Why does it always start with a flat earth?
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.